So now, any questions, doubts from previous sessions or any other than previous sessions? Anybody, if anybody started today, like Nani and other people, somebody joined today. Okay, most of you are already there in the WhatsApp group. That's fine. So let's start then. I'll just give you a brief about only the generative AI working part, then move on to the next new topic. Okay. So as I told you, there will be a multiple users, or let me take another. So we discussed transferring human intelligence to objects. That's where you see artificial intelligence objects. So artificial intelligence is built with the machine learning. Machine learning is nothing but a kind of algorithm which will be executed on the data. That process we call it as a training process. So once algorithm is trained on the data, that we call it as a model. You always remember whenever I refer model, that means already trained on the data. Already trained on the data. Algorithm is already trained on data. Algorithm is nothing but just a code. Don't think too much about this. Algorithm means something like a very complex thing. Okay, it's a very simple code. With that code will run against the data and run the data, understand the data, and which is ready to derive insights. That we call it as a model. That model can be used for predictions, classification, categorization, recommendation, estimations without any manual intervention or human intervention. Okay. So we also said that there are different types like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. So machine learning can work for only numerical data, numerical transactions. Then we have a uh, uh, images, videos, speeches. When you have these, then you can go for deep learning algorithms, where again we have multiple types: ANN, CNN, RNN. Then it is deep learning is based on artificial neural network architecture. So artificial neural network architecture is like derived from human brain, human neural network. So which is interconnected nodes, which are called as neurons. Neuron is nothing but a computation engine where you do computations that will work together to process and learn from the input data. Okay. So deep learning is a part of machine learning part of artificial intelligence. What is the next expectation of human being? Human beings' expectations are text generation, image generation, video generation, code generation, music and speech. So these are the expectations of human beings. That's where we have a generative AI, generate artificial intelligence. This is about evolution of generative AI. It has become a major big thing. So generative AI is a part of deep learning. That is what we discussed. Okay. So this is the working model of generative AI. Everywhere you see users and roles in every domain, irrespective of like finance domain, banking domain, insurance domain, telecom domain, doesn't matter. Everybody will be having a prompts. So there you will be having a prompt to design or dynamic prompting. That is where we call it as a prompt engineering. We will be discussing a prompt engineering. These prompts will be entered as input to generative AI models. Generative AI models means LLM models, large language models, inbuilt models, foundation models. These models will generate text, then video, image, code, music, speech. These are the outcomes of generative AI. Based on your organization, based on your requirement, based on your use case, you are going to create all this. So these are the fundamental differences we discussed yesterday: machine learning and generative AI. Machine learning used for predictions, recommendation, classification, clustering, fraud detection. We prepare models from scratch. We write a code in machine learning, but when you come to generative AI, you don't need to prepare models from scratch. So we will be using existing predefined models. These models we called as foundation models. So code generation, code refinement, and speech, video generation, image generation, text generations. Okay. So we also discussed what are the GI model, generative AI models. These are the transformers and the GAN, variational autoencoder, diffusion models, flow models. So these are the models like generator, discriminator in the GIN, diffusion models like stable diffusion, DALL-E, StyleGen. Don't worry about the naming convention. So you will be more familiar with this one as we keep moving forward. So variational autoencoders like image generation, data compression, anomaly detection, drug discovery. So these are the models which are being used by many people, many organizations, many enterprises also. These are the open source models. You are also using these models, GPT, ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT 3.5, Gemini, and all these things. Okay. The Cody, Perplexity. So these are the different use cases. Just now we discussed use cases are there now. See, the generative AI is a part of every domain now. Okay, it's not about only specific to one domain. So irrespective of the business, what you are doing, so generative AI is a part of it. The benefits we have already discussed. So I don't need to explain again and again all these things. You already know. So it's available on the internet also. Okay. This one also the basic information. ChatGPT, who invented, OpenAI, Google, Bird, DALL-E, and all other things. Okay. So these are some of the statistics what we are going to see in terms of job, in terms of adoptions, in terms of training, in terms of operations. Okay, in terms of revenues, in terms of investments. So then the course content, a detailed course content is also available in our site. Okay, this is one part of it. Any doubts here? No doubts, no questions? Okay. Clear? What happened? Nobody, everybody is silent.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. So if you want to download detailed curriculum, as I told you in our website, genai99.com, you can take this QR code and scan it. You will get a clear curriculum, detailed curriculum, device curriculum, what we are called. Okay. So let me explain some of the good things. See, this is one area, Gemini Studio, released by Google to test your generative AI prompts. Here you are going to put, before you go to your application, before you go to your generative AI development by using a prompts, you are going to test your prompts over here. This is a prompts test environment. So you can create a new prompt. You can fine tune the model and you can choose the different models here, which model suits for your requirement. We will be discussing all that. I'm just giving us some basic information about this. So these are all the different models released by Google. Okay. This is called Gemini. Google released models called Gemini. So here it is like a ChatGPT only. These are the parameters what you set to fine tune the model. Okay, once your prompts and models are tested, then you can take these models prompts to your actual application. Okay, this is Gemini Studio. This is Hugging Face Studio. So Hugging Face also has a lot of models here. This is another company, not related to Google. This is another company. So where you have a variety of models. Here you can click on models. Look at this one. Multimodal model. So what is multimodal model? When ChatGPT came in last year, we have seen LLM model, large language model. That means that works only for text. That means you can pass the text as input. It can generate text as output. When you go to ChatGPT, this is a ChatGPT, you already know. I can put my English statement or Telugu or whatever language you like. It will give you the same language or different language, only the text. But when they released GPT-4 and Gemini Pro, these are the multimodal model, meaning it can understand text, it can understand image, it can understand video, it can understand audio, anything. Multiple varieties of data here also, multiple variety of data. So here you can upload that and you can ask anything. Look at this one. Before it was not there. So this is called multimodal model. This is called multimodal model. So that is where we see multimodal model. These are multi capabilities, can understand any type of data. The computer vision models, then these are the natural language processing, these are audio related specialized models. Okay. Tablet, there are many models like this. Within this one, these are the LLM models. Hundreds, thousands of models. Look at this 1 lakh models that released last year. I used to see only 1,000, 2,000 and all. This year, I think it went to 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh. Okay. So this number will keep increasing. So our job is to understand these models like this and okay, read this context and where they are trained and what kind of parameters they have, what are the supporting languages and all that complete information, and select that model for your use case and start developing your generative AI applications. Generative AI applications. So this is called Hugging Face. And this is OpenAI. This is all OpenAI ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is released by OpenAI. This is a OpenAI platform, playground. There, Gemini, we call it as a Gemini Studio. This OpenAI people, they call it as a playground. Naming is the difference. Look at the same thing. Here, model, you have multiple models here. You can choose any model to test, and you can put here prompt when I start this one API keys, it will ask you to chart it. Okay, then you can do that. Here you can set the parameters and test it. Okay, similar to your Gemini Studio. Any questions over here? So these three are the most famous ones: Gemini, Google, OpenAI, Hugging Face. Yeah, somebody was trying to ask questions.
Sir, is this all are free to access or we have to pay for it?
Hugging Face is free, Gemini Pro is free, but OpenAI, first 1 month it is free. Next we need to pay.
Okay.
Any other questions? Pranay, I think you are good and new. Anybody not there in the WhatsApp group, please ping your numbers in the chat. I'll be adding in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay, let's start our session then. Yeah, any questions, please? Yeah, you did ping your numbers. Please ping your numbers. All right. Yeah. Yes. Are we, Divasri, what is that? Are we going to use this? What? What is your question? Yeah, yeah. We are going to use. Please ping your mail IDs also to share video recordings, people who have not shared yesterday. Yeah, I think I have got all mail IDs. I'll copy them. Let me save them. Okay. See, we will be covering along with generative AI concepts, some of the Google Cloud platform concepts also, which are also very, very important. And main thing, interview point of view, important things are here. Prompt engineering, the more than 50% of questions will be asked in prompt engineering. Another one is a concept called LLM, large language model. That is another concept. Some more questions will be asked in LLM, and more questions will be on something called RAG, retrieved augmented generation, RAG applications. Then the language chain framework. These two are the major ones. So there will be more questions expected, more real-time practical questions is expected. So we will be addressing all those kind of questions and give answers at the end of the sessions. Uh, so we will be discussing, as I told you, I'll be connecting individually to get you prepare resumes. So end-to-end guidance will be given, our mentorship will be given over there. So there we will be discussing specific to your resume, what kind of questions will be asked, what kind of answers will be given. Coming to the interviews, as I told you, first 3-4 interviews you may be failing, but fifth interview onwards, so you'll be able to crack. You will start receiving the offer letters. So if you complete all my classes on very serious note, okay. If you are able to capture all my content, so you can crack any type of interview. So I can give you that confidence. Okay. So any questions, please, before we move on? No questions? Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we discussed what is a big data, and wherever you see high volume, variety, different variety and veracity, that data we called as a big data. So we have seen the volume of the data, and we also understood how that the big data can be measured. 1 zettabyte is equal to 1 CD to every person in the world. And these are the big data use cases like product development, customer experience. These are all more of theoretical concepts now. So what are the big data challenges? So one major challenge is storage. I told you artificial intelligence has become a famous because of big data. So first we need to understand how big data is being handled. From there, how artificial intelligence is born, right? It's become famous. The storage, where you store different variety of data, this has become a big challenge, like to store audio related data, video related data, image related data, sensors data. Okay. Then different types of file systems, real-time data, batch processing data, so transactions data, regular transactions data. So then once the data getting stored, then the next challenge is how do you process that? How do you analyze that? How do you do the data analytics activities, data science activities? This is another major biggest challenge. This is where we have again AI, artificial intelligence, and the generative AI. The third step is reports and the visualization. How are we going to showcase, how are you going to visualize your insights, your solutions to problems what are being solved over here? So how you are going to articulate, how you are going to build a story, how you are going to visualize the data points to end user customer. Okay. So this is another biggest challenge. Anybody who is having a 0 to 25 years of experience are going to work in these three areas only. There are no other things. These three areas only. Either you have to work in the storage area, or you have to work in the process analytics, data science, or generative AI, artificial intelligence, then report visualizations. Okay. So visualizations means like this. Let me show you visualization example. Like this. This one. This is like how effectively you are showing your data to users like this. Okay, user interfaces. So behind this one, there will be analytics, there will be generative AI, there will be artificial intelligence, there will be a data science activities. So all that. Got it? Now, what is a cloud computing? Some of you already might be aware of cloud computing, might be working on cloud computing. For people who don't know cloud computing, let me give you some glimpse of it. Cloud computing is nothing but using your software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. See, you want to develop a simple application where you need to validate a user ID password. Okay, just like a Gmail user ID password, you want to build that screen. Can anybody tell me to build that screen, how many days it will take? Can anybody tell me approximately? Nobody? 1 week or 10 days or 20 days, 30 days, 1 year? Okay, let me tell you. So to build that user interface, where user has to enter user ID password, you require a software, right? You require operating system. You require a hardware, that is a computer, a laptop or server, whatever it is. You require some real estate space to put that server, right? That means you require some infrastructure. I'm talking about from scratch. From scratch, nothing is there and zero. From there, I want to build a user interface, that is entering user ID password. It has to be validated, log into the application. Just to build that, definitely it will take, if you don't have anything, minimum to minimum 1 month. Because you need to secure all these databases, networking, hardware, software, many things, right? Then you need to install them, configure them, integrate them. Then you need to start developing, test, then deploy into server. All put together, it may take 2 months also, just for simple application. So that too, once you buy your software, hardware, infrastructure, real estate space, that will become a overhead for you. Okay, so every month it is going to adding up the cost. Upfront cost will be increased, and every month you need to maintain that software, hardware, real estate space that is going to increase the project cost. That's where the organizations worked on it and simplified that. Okay, instead of you having or owning your databases, software, network, hardware, infrastructure, okay, we are going to own, we are going to buy everything and provide you access to those components. Then you pay me based on your access. That means pay as you go or pay as you use it. That is called cloud computing. There, like IBM, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all these people created their own cloud computing platforms and providing access to all of us, developers, companies, where you are able to provision databases, network, software, infrastructure within fraction of minutes. Okay, and you don't need to own them. You don't have any overheads. If you are using that component, you pay for it. Otherwise, you don't pay for it. Pay as you go or pay as you use it. Okay, or pay as per click. That is also there. So this is called cloud computing. To say simple, using infrastructure as service, using platform as service, using software as service, it is called as cloud computing. It's called as cloud computing. These are the top major benefits of cloud computing. Reduces the IT cost, managed by experts, secure environment, 24/7 monitoring. Applications will always be available, very, very, very less downtime. Because Google Cloud, Amazon, Azure, these are all very, very high-end, high-graded applications, high-graded servers, big data centers developed. The downtime is very less. They say 99.9999% is uptime. Okay, so improved speed and bandwidth, improved time to market. You can build your product very fast and deploy into the market. Better in-house management, IT management, they have their own management team. They can manage your software. Highly scalable, elastic service. That means today you have a less business, you do less database, less activities. Suddenly business has been increased, you want to increase the database, you want to increase the software, you want to increase the hardware. Okay, you want to increase the capacity of the application, you can increase this. That is called elastic services. You can scale up, scale down your application, accessible from anywhere. So once you are there in the Google Cloud or AWS or Microsoft Azure, so that can be accessed across the globe from anywhere, from any device, provided internet connection. The major source for this is internet connection. Got it? Anybody has any doubts over here? Any questions, please? Please ask questions.
So what were the service of cloud? For examples for
ServiceNow is also cloud platform. Salesforce is also cloud platform. Databricks is also cloud platform.
database. And AWS also a service
AWS
cloud.
also cloud platform. Yes, but some people will provide some components. Some people will provide some components like that. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So cloud providers like Google Cloud, Amazon Cloud, Azure Cloud, Databricks Cloud, just now we discussed. Snowflake is also another cloud platform. These are the different types of clouds, like a private cloud. Private cloud means you can create your own cloud platform specific to your organization, specific to your data, specific to your people, specific to your products. Public cloud means anybody can access your cloud platform. Hybrid cloud means combination of private and public. Based on the cost, based on the application, based on your data, you have to go for these type of clouds. Now, so let us try to understand some concepts in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning algorithms. So we have already basic idea that deep learning is a part of machine learning. Machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence. So any activity nowadays, whatever the activity you do, that activity is related to making your object intelligent. Making your object intelligent. For example, you see some objects at home. Let's say you see fridge, you see some kitchen items like a stove, you see some smoke detector. So you see some microwave, you see some electronic items, some electronic appliances, or washing machine, or utensils, dishwasher. So there are many components. Now I want to talk to those machines. How can I talk? That is possible with the help of artificial intelligence. So you have to pass your intelligence, human intelligence, to artificial intelligence. So how that is possible? With the help of deep learning and machine learning. What is deep learning, machine learning? These are algorithms. What is algorithm? Again, a coding. Coding with Python, coding with the C language, coding with the Java, coding with any language like R language, so Scala language, Golang language. So there are many languages in the machine learning, but the most popular language, most adapted language is Python. So we will be discussing everything related to Python. So 90% of the applications already developed and using a Python language. So why Python? We will discuss the unique features of Python when we start Python language. Some of you already know Python, but we are going to discuss very in-depth Python. You are not going to learn in traditional way of learning languages. So we are going to use generative AI. We are going to use prompts. I'm going to teach all of them. Based on the prompts, you start developing the code within fraction of seconds. It doesn't matter how big is the program, how complex is the logic, you will be able to build it without even understanding that. So you just need to understand the functionality. You just need to understand what for you are going to build and what is the outcome is expected from that particular code. Okay. So that is where we are transferring our human intelligence to artificial intelligence objects. Okay. So AI is a kind of one discipline. Machine learning is kind of subfield that is a part of artificial intelligence. ML is meant for artificial intelligence. Similarly, deep learning. So this is where we discussed it is transferring a human intelligence to objects by using MLs, right? Now, so what are the different types of artificial intelligence? Like a narrow AI. These are all fundamentals. We just need to have idea about all these things. Narrow AI. So narrow AI means it can also be called as a weak AI. It is mainly meant for specific small tasks like chess or any small games. Okay, any recommendation of movies or recommendation of products, very simple applications where we don't have any complex algorithms, where we don't have any complex systems. So general AI, it's also known as a very, very, very strong and a strong AI. This is where you see more enterprise level production grade artificial intelligence components. This is where human like intelligence will be transferred to this general AI. Like it will behave like understanding, reasoning, and learning across different domains. All human beings can understand, can do the reasoning, can learn, can implement, can do that. So this general AI is exactly replica of humans. Remember that. Then super intelligent, much more intelligent than human brain. This hypothetical AI surpasses like human intelligence and capabilities in all aspects. Some cases more than human, many cases not more than human, but we have to see how the future is going to be in the super intelligent AI. This is mainly used for satellites controlling and very big mission critical applications. That's why we have a very big engines, very big machines. So we want to control those machines, or we want to automate those machines, or we want to integrate those machines intelligently. Okay. Intelligent means like, let's say machine has a problem, it should be able to repair on its own and up and running. So that is called a super intelligent. Okay. So just like, let's say your car tire got punctured, so there is no human required, automatically should get repaired and should up and running. You should be able to drive the car. While driving itself, that should be able to get it repaired when it got punctured or flat tire, then should keep going. So a driver or passengers may not feel that the tire flattened and got it repaired and keep moving. That is called super intelligence. So any questions here? Any doubts?
Sir, general AI used to learn anything it is used to use for students or any mechanism like hello.
Not just a student, enterprise level applications like retail applications, banking applications, manufacturing applications, insurance applications, airline systems, drug discovery, okay, like pharma, then hospital industry. Yeah, somebody raised a hand. Yeah, what is the AI category you are going to cover in this course? General AI, the enterprise level. Those are very other things are very small things. Omshi, did I answer your question? Oh, okay, no problem. Any other questions?
Sir, in this course we are using super intelligent AI also, sir.
Yeah, the generative AI is a super intelligent AI. It can repair by itself. Let's say, look at this. Here we have a code analysis tool. This is the tool what I have prepared in generative AI. I will be teaching to you also. This is one of the real-time application. This once you integrate to your application, this can understand your code This can refine your code automatically. And if there is any problem in the code, it can rectify a problem automatically. Okay, it can recommend different alternate solutions also. It can pull the models here. You can see the list of models. So according to the usage, it can integrate with the different types of models, and it will start generating the solutions for you. And another tool is, this is the testing tool. It can automatically take requirements, analyze, and it can do the test planning, test case design, test execution, and test closure. You don't require a test engineer to do all these activities. This generative AI tool, this is super intelligent tool, can do all these activities. Just like I told you the example of a tire. Yeah, what is the difference between general? Yeah, see, super intelligence means much more intelligent than general things. General things, you see the more coverage, most of the enterprise applications. But in super intelligence, like satellites, very complex drug discovery, okay, then like the galaxy understanding, okay, then those are complex things, high complex things, which are like uh, beyond from human general human beings. Only some people do some experiments, like Elon Musk, okay, then Nvidia, these top companies will do the experimentations on those communications. They use super intelligent AI for their applications to invent a new satellite, or to communicate with satellites in different ways, like how we communicate with our laptops, and how we communicate with our mobiles. They communicate with satellites. They will be having a lot of satellites, like Google launched thousands of small satellites. If they want to consolidate those satellites, if they want to generate a real-time data, if they want to understand the satellites communications among them, and they, what they are discovering, so they prepare their own intelligence system, super intelligence. Got it? Yeah. Guys, any questions? No questions? The more questions you ask, the more knowledge you get from me. You ask any question, I'll answer. Okay?
Hello,
Yeah.
sir. What is the difference between different AI models like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Blackbox AI? Though they are
Yeah.
all AI, what is the difference between?
Yeah. Those are generative AI models. So ChatGPT released by OpenAI company. OpenAI, you all know, Microsoft funded company. So they are the first people released. Of course, Google also the first one to release Gemini. But somehow the OpenAI released ChatGPT has taken a lead in the market. So this Perplexity is the released by the Perplexity company. Those are Indian people started. They used to work for OpenAI only. They come out of OpenAI and started their own organization, build a Perplexity. So these are all the competitive products, like how you have a mobile phones, laptops from different companies, right? So you have a mobile, Samsung, Apple, LG, Motorola. There are many companies, right? You see some features here, some features there. But when you come to these generative AI models, the accuracy come into picture, and more user friendly, and the clear understanding of the tool, like more easy navigation of the tools like Perplexity or ChatGPT. If you see the differences in Perplexity, when you put any question, it will answer. Along with answer, it will also give you citations, like where it has picked the answer. ChatGPT may not give that. Our advanced ChatGPT, basic ChatGPT won't give that, but advanced ChatGPT will give that, like 4.0, 4.0, those ones. Even Gemini Pro also won't give that. Okay, so these are the some of the differences, but we still see many differences while doing the coding, generative AI coding. Yeah, good question. Next.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So if anybody joined late, you can put your number in the chat, number and mail ID, to put it in the WhatsApp group and to share the recordings. Okay, let's continue. All right. So now we understood what are the different types of AIs. So we mainly focus on general and little bit on super intelligent. Okay, right. So what are the different techniques of AI? Rule-based systems like general programming. This is rule-based systems means you build some rule and you write a program, let's say compute a plus b whole square. So whenever you run that program, it will always be a plus b whole square, square plus b square plus 2ab, right? You just need to pass the a values, b values, it will give you answer. That is a predefined rule. A plus b whole square is a rule. Logic always works for a plus b whole square. Then the machine learning. This machine learning work for a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, or whatever you do it. AI systems that learn from data. So learn from data means it will learn from your inputs. What are you trying to ask? Are you asking a plus b whole square? Are you asking a minus b whole square? Or a minus b whole cube? What are you asking? What are you trying to do? It will understand and learn and improve the performance over time. That is a machine learning. Okay. So let's say you have asked a minus b whole square. It gave wrong answer. You say that this is a wrong answer. Then it will try to give a right answer. That is called machine learning because it learned from your inputs. You said very clearly whatever answer is given, that is wrong. So it will go back and understand, check the data and try to give right answer. Then NLP, natural language process, this works on the understanding the human language like a prompts. Prompts is one of the techniques of NLP, natural language processing. Okay. Then computer vision, this will understand the videos, images, that visual information of a real world. Okay. These are some of the techniques of AI. So now we have a fair idea about what is AI, what are the different types of AI, different techniques of AI, right? Now, the next step is machine learning. As we discussed, the machine learning is one of the key points to develop any artificial intelligent object, right? So it is a subset of artificial intelligence. It mainly focuses on algorithm. I told you the code, and that code will be given to the computer. The computer will start running this algorithm to learn patterns and make predictions from the data. So learn and make predictions. Remember this, learning in the sense understanding the data. For example, I will give you airline systems data of, let's say, 10 flights. 5 years historical data of 5 flights of one company, give you that data and ask you to identify data patterns like how many times flights got delayed, what was the price pattern, price structure in last 5 years. Okay. Then how many pilots how many pilots operated those flights. So these kind of insights I want to derive. These are called patterns. The human beings may not be able to derive effective patterns from that data, historical data, but machine learning algorithms will be able to derive data patterns. We will see everything, whatever I discuss on the PPT, we will run through practicals. Okay, don't worry about that. The first few classes will be a theoretical sessions. After few classes, almost every day we'll be having a hands-on sessions. Okay, so we are going to work on every mission. Everybody need to connect through laptop, with proper internet signals. Please remember that. So please don't avoid connecting through mobiles unless it is like a mandatory or unavoidable. So make predictions from the data without explicit programming. So there won't be any external programming to learn patterns and to make predictions. So ML algorithms can be trained on labeled data to recognize patterns and make decisions or predictions based on new or any unseen data. Okay. So we will be discussing what is generative AI and all, how generative AI is linked with machine learning. But we understood that machine learning is one kind of algorithm that will run on the data to learn patterns and make predictions. That is the machine learning. But how machine learning algorithm code will behave, that we will try to understand. So whenever you go for machine learning algorithm code, Algorithm means code here. This machine learning algorithm code will run against the data again and again multiple times. Look at this one. So machine is nothing but a computer here. Learning is nothing but algorithm, as I told you. This algorithm will run on the data repeatedly over and over until certain set of predefined or predetermined conditions are met. So there are conditions are predefined. Until it meets those predefined conditions, that algorithm will keep running again and again multiple times. Again and again multiple times. That is called learning. Our learning algorithms are generally run until the point the final analysis results will not change, no matter how many additional times you execute that algorithm on the data. I'll explain this in detail. Don't worry much about it. Okay. Let's take a normal program. Just you have written compute C equal to A plus B program. Okay. And that program will take some input and generate some output. What you do after writing the program, you submit that program for execution. That program will run only once. That program will run only once. But when you go to machine learning program, this is the normal program. Normal program, it takes some input and process that input, do the computations, then generate output. This is the normal program. This program will execute only once, run only once. But when you come to machine learning program or machine learning algorithm, it is different. Of course, it will also take input. Fine. It will also do the process. This is also common. It will also generate a output. It will also common. But this output will be executed after running multiple times by itself automatically. It will execute more than once, multiple times. But how many times? More than once we are saying. Multiple times, it's fine. But how many times? That is depending on predefined, predetermined conditions. Or you are executing this program again and again, but you see no change in the results. Output is same until this point. Till you see no change in the output, this logic will execute again and again. That we call it as iterative. That machine learning algorithm is called as iterative. Iterative means algorithm will execute again and again by itself without any manual intervention in between until the point you see no changes in the results. Did you understand the difference between normal programming and machine learning algorithm?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What if the data is what we given is not correct? Can you elaborate this, Divyasri? So if you always give wrong input, you get wrong output. No doubt about it. If your data is wrong means our results also wrong. So we have a mechanism to test input data, whether it is right or wrong. Did I answer your question, Divyasri? Yeah. Any other questions?
Sir, machine learning gives the accurate data until the output is. If you change the data, if you change the input regarding the. Uh,
Yeah, it will change the results also.
Well, sir.
It will change the result also. Based on the input, output will change, right?
So if you search something like anything like simple code, the output will be the same, and we have to change some logic. What should we do in that, sir? We have to
Yes.
change the logic, but output will be the same.
The same means like accuracy, more accurate output you are going to generate. Let's say you are developing a recommendation engine of YouTube videos. Okay. You are watching our sentiment related or your product related videos. So next day, what what you expect? You expect similar kind of videos, right? If you see the YouTube videos, the first page or first three videos will be similar to your watch history. Next videos will be like far from your watch history. So that is called lack of accuracy in the recommendation engine. If you want to improve that, you are going to add more historical data. You are going to refine your algorithm, then you are going to measure it. Got it?
Yes, sir. But while searching in ChatGPT, if you search something today, and you will search same data for tomorrow, next day also, it will change the data, sir.
Correct. Change the
Sometimes.
output, right? Yeah, sometimes. So that is called hallucination. So we will be discussing in our generative AI classes how you reduce hallucination, how do you optimize those kind of things, how do you make your generative AI model gives output as expected, always the same output for the same kind of input. Srikanth, Sindhu, Sushmita, Vamsi,
I
Venkat,
have one general question, sir. The
please.
question is, suppose we have taken some such operation, we did some such operation and we extracted some data. And if we wish to stop that, I mean, what's that exactly means? In the universities, we'll be having Trinity operator. I mean, whenever, like, what say, or how to say that, after getting the information, it should not be find by the interviewer that he taken and he searched it from the LLMs. He got from the book. How to get that? I mean, it should not be
Okay,
having
you
that.
need that is called here concept is called RAG, Srikanth. So you can train your model based on your own data. I understood that you ask question. The person who is going to give answer should not feel that you are asking question from general, or that should be like that. You should feel that it is a realistic and picked from books, right?
Exactly, sir. Yes.
I understood that. So that is where we have a concept called a RAG, a retrieved augmented generator. So based on that, we can achieve it. That is where, like you, many people are thinking. That's a very good thought. So many people are implementing with the help of RAG.
Okay, yeah.
Because everybody wanted answers from their own platforms, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Venkat, Jay Kumar.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Like, let us suppose we have a data, a
Yes.
huge data, which is particularly concerned to one particular pharma industry.
Okay.
And the customer, the management team may want the data to be analyzed based upon some questionnaire, like whatever they have questions, like how we do questions on the chat GPT. They
Got
like
it.
to do questionnaire on their database. So how do we approach for this kind of
That is the reason you are learning generative AI. So you can prepare your own generative AI model for that. Question and answer generative AI model.
So is
NLP.
it better to utilize any existing model or
No. If you are having your proprietary data, you have to prepare your own chat GPT model. You should not be, see, you don't upload your personal information to chat GPT, right? If I ask you to upload your bank statement, will you? You don't.
yeah?
Right? But if you have prepared your own model, which is running on your laptop, whatever you want, you can do. You can upload bank statement, you can do whatever you want, as you are storing all the data in your laptop. I cannot access, nobody can access. It is a private for you.
Correct.
Similarly, you can prepare private models
See, for
where
that to run, do they
yeah,
require a huge machinery for that? Like
exactly,
how they, because they
exactly,
can't afford that one, but they know
correct,
they have the
exactly.
lot of data.
Yes, you are right. You are right. That is where we have a cloud platform like GCP, AWS. Like we have been believing those platforms from past 20 years. Everybody started, loading the data into GCP, Amazon, Microsoft, right? Similarly, we'll be using a models from there. Then develop your own model specific to your organization. That is what I am going to teach.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, you will learn as part of the course.
okay, okay, okay. Fine,
So
understood.
in our sessions, you will definitely learn very, very, very good enterprise level models. So no doubt you will be able to answer any type of questions in interviews. Are we not going to use? Yes, OpenAI models. Yes, Vamshi. OpenAI, Hugging Face, Gemini, all varieties I'll cover.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Uh,
morning.
as you said about LLM model, how can we choose it is right for AI needs?
Yeah, very good. So that is where we are going to evaluate before you implement your any AI model.
Yeah.
Before you start, we are going to check the viability of that use case. Okay, in
Okay.
terms of cost, in terms of output. Okay, in terms of implementation. Okay, in terms of manpower, in terms of technology. So we will do all these, the permutations and combinations before you start implementation. Manvita,
Okay. In
good
every
question.
aspect, we can use that.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Every use case cannot be taken as generative AI use case.
Yeah.
Ah,
As
so
per the need.
correct. That is what I'm going to give you. What are the parameters
Okay.
against which we need to measure? Which
Yeah.
use case can be taken to generative AI? Which use case cannot be a generative AI use case?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is part of
Thanks.
our good question, Manvita. Yeah. No questions.
Like let us suppose we are in Google Meet and my interviewer is also in Google Meet, and if he is asking questions and my generative AI has to generate questions and answer on behalf of me,
This is the
what kind of
application.
model
This
we have to
Gemini
use?
Pro. Yeah, this one. I am preparing this one. Look at this, my screen.
Okay.
Here, you can see upload JD. It can prepare dashboard. There, open a dashboard. So you wanted to have a question answers. Here, you choose how many questions, how many answers you want and generate. It will automatically generate question answers here, left side. You can ask a question here. So candidate will answer. That answer is recorded. Audio will be converted to text over here. And these two answers can be mapped here. It will generate a score. All that can be done. Gemini Pro, OpenAI, Hugging Face, any models can be used. These are the real-time products what we are running, what we are developing. So you'll also be part of that. I'll be teaching in our sessions.
Oh,
Okay, Manoj,
Yes, sir.
yeah, please.
Sir, as we all know, nowadays digitalization has been growing more, right? For every small business and all those things.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. For example, let me say a small business, they want to make some website and all those things. They need some branding and all those things here. If they approach some digital marketer and all those things, if they search, if they give some prompt like they need some tagline or any code for their business that you okay. Is it possible to generate the quotation or tagline which
That is called a prompt. Yes, yes.
before
That's called
unique one?
prompt. Yeah, based on your requirement, you are going to prepare a dynamic prompting template, Manoj. So that is the concept of prompt engineering. There are multiple prompts like zero shot, few shot, multi shot, okay, React, chain of thoughts. Based on those techniques, you can build, you can solve your problem.
Yeah, my question is that will it generate that tagline or anything
Yes,
which
that's
has
what.
been never generated before?
Tagline, no. The tagline can be generated based on the inputs what you give. Let's say I want a tagline for a product where my product is solving some X problem, some Y problem. Specific to that problem, taglines can be generated. That is called contextualized responses.
Fine.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Divyasri, to answer the question, ChatGPT gives the different solutions for the same question every time. Okay, it is to avoid what is that? Plagiarism. I did not understand this. Or it is to avoid algorithm, or what is that you are trying to ask? See, ChatGPT is a public model. We cannot expect 100% right. There is a disclaimer also. Okay, that is a public model. It released to have some experience on the generative AI. It may give same answer or different answer or further refined answer. It all based on the input data. But our models, what we are going to prepare is, we are going to fine tune the model specific to our organization, specific to our product, specific to our data, specific to our people. So that will keep answering the same thing without deviations. Okay? Yeah, Sindhu, you raised your hand.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
So these days we are seeing a lot of deep fakes in social media and how people are spreading wrong information and all that using
Correct.
Gen AI.
Correct.
So how can we prevent this?
Yes, exactly. That is where we have a responsible AI. So that is where we have to work on guardrails, safety settings. That also part of our course.
So we are going to learn about that too.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, I think if no questions, we'll stop here, continue tomorrow. So I'll stop recording again, upload this video.